Welcome to Global Economic Press, where we deliver trusted global finance and economic news, analysis, and reports, empowering leaders and investors with reliable, timely insights. I'm your host, Alex Brady. In today's episode, we delve into the vital role of home care agencies in stroke recovery, focusing on a family-owned agency in North Texas that is making significant strides in post-stroke education and caregivers training. Join us as we explore how Assisting Hands Home Care Frisco is transforming the landscape of stroke recovery support for families across the region. Assisting Hands Home Care, a family-owned home care agency serving Frisco, Plano, Allen, Little Elm, Prosper, Richardson, Carrollton, and Dallas, specializes in stroke recovery home care and trains its caregivers specifically for the needs of stroke survivors. Owner Wolfgang Willems also visits senior centers, libraries, and community groups across Collin and Denton County to talk with families about what happens after a stroke and how to support a loved one through recovery. Most of what people learn about stroke stops at the hospital door. Willems uses his presentations to fill in what comes next, covering the warning signs of stroke, what a realistic recovery timeline looks like, and the kind of day-to-day support that makes the biggest difference once someone is back home. On August 11th, Willems will speak at Baylor Scott and White Institute for Rehabilitation, Frisco, presenting to a self-support group on handling fatigue after stroke, a lingering symptom that often outlasts formal rehabilitation and one families are rarely warned about ahead of time. Families leave the hospital with a stack of paperwork and not much else, Willems said. Someone has to help translate that into what actually happens on a Tuesday afternoon 3 months later. That is the piece we focus on, in the presentations and in the care we provide. Assisting Hands caregivers receive specialized training in stroke recovery, helping with mobility, medication reminders, meal preparation, and the cognitive and emotional changes that often follow a stroke, all while working alongside a client's existing doctors and therapists rather than replacing them. Stroke recovery rarely ends when a patient leaves the hospital or a rehabilitation facility. Many survivors continue to work through changes in balance, speech, memory, strength, and fatigue for months afterward, often after formal therapy sessions have ended for the week. Assisting Hands built its stroke care program around that gap, matching families with caregivers trained to recognize fall risks, support communication difficulties, and keep therapy routines going at home so progress does not stall between appointments. Assisting Hands provides care throughout Frisco, Plano, Allen, Little Elm, Prosper, and North Dallas, from a few hours a week up to live-in 24-hour care. Groups interested in hosting a stroke recovery presentation or in-home care services can reach the office directly. For more information or to schedule a free care assessment, call 214-609-1340 or visit assistinghands.com/92 Texas Frisco Services/stroke care. About Assisting Hands Home Care. Frisco Assisting Hands Home Care. Frisco is a family-owned non-medical home care agency serving Frisco, Plano, Allen, Little Elm, Prosper, and the surrounding North Texas communities. Founded by Wolfgang and Anja Willems, the agency offers stroke recovery care, Alzheimer's and dementia care, after-surgery care, elder care, and veteran home care, on a schedule that ranges from a few hours a day to around the clock. Learn more at assistinghands.com/92 Texas/Frisco.